Greetings, my friends, and welcome to the Dark Kingdom. I am your host, Wraith King, and today we are back to yet again recording a lot of videos. I've been at this for quite some time now, recording many videos for, well, the rest of the month. And I've made a habit of doing this almost daily now, so you should see a lot of things this week. I don't know if I'm gonna upload daily, though. I might do it every other day, maybe every week. We'll have to see how things go. But yeah, I've been making a lot of videos, but moving away from that and going back to the subject at hand. Wow, this is a very fascinating one, as I have talked about Warframe quite a bit here on the channel, but I can't remember entirely what my last video was. I believe it was, yes, it was my Grendel review. I really liked that video. If you haven't watched it, please do. Take a look at it in the description. I'll leave a link for it so you can see it for yourself. But yes, today I am discussing probably one of the most important things in the Warframe community, especially considering where the game is at where it is right now. Warframe is one of my favorite games, and it's actually one of the last games I still play frequently with my friends. Destiny is slowly starting to fade away for me, as it's losing my interest, and it is a very expensive game to play on console. But getting back on subject, I want to talk about the current state of the game, Warframe. This is one of my favorite games. I've played it quite frequently on the channel. I'm sure most of you have seen a lot of my, well, at least I'd hope that most of you have seen my Warframe videos. I love to make these. They are very fun to make. And if you're a fan of Warframe, please do check them out. I really recommend them. But this is one of my favorite games, and I'm going to be making commentary on it like this frequently. But the problem here today is many issues. One is concerning Wisp, and hey, I get it. Her beauty sells. Everything about Wisp is everything about her as a Warframe and as her physical appearance. She's just perfect. And I get it, she's pretty. But there has to be a level of respect here. And I know this is a game, but you gotta chill out with some of the comments. And as a Wisp main, I play this character a lot. Like, ever since she was released, I've been playing her frequently. Just ask my clan, I will not leave them alone about her. She is a really good frame as a player who is mostly a support. She's just the jack of all trades. I love using this Warframe. But moving on from there, I have gotten a assortment, like a whole buffet of comments ever since DE has started to release more skins on the Wisp. And hey, I'm happy they do. I love this character. I can't wait for her deluxe skin one of these days. We've been getting a lot of community skins. I can't wait for the deluxe one. But again, I'm getting off subject. But yeah, wow, I've been getting a whole, just a bouquet of wonderful, beautiful comments on my Wisp. Of course, I'm being sarcastic, using the term beautiful here. All of the comments I have gotten have either been berating my build or the way my Wisp looks. It is hilarious. Like, literally, I have not seen so many children, so many thirsty folk trying their best to either impress me, outplay me, or just troll and bully. This is just the common thing in video games, but recently it has been hilariously frequent. Like, I have yet to see anybody just talk to me about cool things concerning Wisp, whether it be a new build, or I have yet to see anyone actually be nice to me when I'm using my Wisp. The only people who are nice to me are my clan members, because they appreciate it when I bring my Wisp during survivals and arbitration and survival steel path. They just love it when I bring her to those, because I have a build that's nice, and they seem to appreciate it. They're the only people who have ever complimented me. Well, wait, there's one guy that approached me and asked me about my Wisp build. He's like, hey, man, that's a cool build. Can you tell me about it? And I just linked it to him. I didn't show off, or I didn't try to outplay him. I didn't try to bounce around the question and say, oh yeah, my build is so great, your wisp needs work. I didn't say anything like that. He just asked me about my build, and I said, yeah, just build pure strength, man. That's all I really did. Then I linked him the build, and then he built the same frame. That's the kind of commentary that I wish I had more often while playing my favorite Warframe. One of them, anyway. I have many, but Wisp is definitely one of my personal favorite. But that's not the only problem here. It's not just all these skins being released for Wisp and this hilarious community coming along with it. No. It is also the older players like me. There's a lot of high-ranked players, high MR players, that are just being absolute jerks to lower MR players. And as much as I would like to just fix this problem with a snap of my fingers, I can't do that. The best thing I can do is address it like this. It is our job as higher MR players to make the experience better, because we've done everything in the game. We've done everything we possibly can. We should not be so cruel to newer players. Just because we're a higher MR doesn't make us better than them. If anything, I feel like the lower MR players are better than the higher MR. And this is why. When I first started out the game, I had so much to do.
What did I ever do to you besides kill your people?
So many worlds to explore. So many quests to experience. That was the best part of Warframe, is when I just started out and I had all of this universe to explore. That is what I loved about Warframe. Now that I'm a higher MR, I'm freaking bored. I'm basically done with everything. All I have to do right now is just max out to 30. And all that is just leveling up trash weapons. The time I was a lower MR was probably the best time I've ever had in Warframe. But recently, I've noticed that higher mastery rank players are being nothing but crabby crabs to lower MRs for some reason. Maybe it's because DE isn't giving us enough content to satiate that drug addiction we have to this game. I don't know, maybe. Or maybe some of them are sitting on a big bed of spikes and really want to get up, or some of them just gotta poop. And they just have no reason to be friendly to anybody, because they just can't poop right now. They gotta play through this mission, and they're grumpy about it. But anyway, the reason I brought this up is because I wanted to find a solution for it. You probably could tell by the thumbnail and the title of this video. The solution for fixing this goes as follows. Older players, we have to start using kindness if we want this game to survive, if we want this game to get better, if we want a better community. What we have to do is we have to start being kinder to lower MR players. We have to understand, just because we have a higher MR doesn't mean we have a bigger bulge in our pants, okay? Put the ruler down. No one really cares how big that bulge is. What we should be doing is we should be welcoming the lower MR players. We should be showing them the game, being kind to them. The last lower MR players I met, I gave them a few of the dragon mods, and I showed them around the game. I talked to them about the significance of these mods, and I explained to them what it meant to be a Tenno, like the universe of Warframe, and the Lotus, and all the mysteries that follow with her when you progress through the story. I didn't spoil anything, and I made sure I didn't, because I want them to enjoy it for themselves. But I want these players to have just as much fun as I did when I started the game. Because I know what some of these higher MR players think. They think that they're just better than these lower MRs. They think they're nothing. And we were all MR1. There was always a time, and there always will be a time for all of us, that we were an MR1 when we just started this game and we were introduced to this universe of Warframe. And how we as older players should treat the younger ones is with love, respect, introduce them to the world, welcome them, be kind. And I know, it's so hard to be nice because we're spending time, and spending time as a high MR is hard because we have so much to do, right? Right? But really, it's as simple as being nice. And being nice is not a bad thing, nor is it a hard thing to do. And yeah, I get sometimes it can be difficult to be kind, especially if your day isn't going the best. But hey, take this word of advice from me. If you want your world to be better, the best thing you can do is start being better yourself. If you want to change the world, you gotta start with you. And yeah, I get it, sometimes people can be rude here on Warframe. But you know what I started to do? Instead of being rude back, I'm just gonna be friendly. I'm just going to be the nice guy. No matter what people say, I'm always going to take the positive route. Because I'm going to start with changing me. And that's what I did with this video. Before I even made it, I made sure that I was nice to every last person I met. In the recent public playlists I've been a part of, recently it's been better for me to solo in this map because it takes me a while to find all of the loot, so I haven't been playing publicly here, but whenever I'm playing a normal mission, I just try my best to be as friendly as I possibly can to everyone. Even if they haven't said anything yet, I always say hello, always mention them. I might say something nice about their build or something like that, or if they're new especially, I just introduce them to the game. I want this to be an amazing game, and I want everyone to feel comfortable playing it. So all of those downers that are trying their best to make this a bad game and bad experience, they're going to be few and far between. And it all starts with, well, you and me. So I'm going to end this video with a quest for all of you. A brand new quest in Warframe. No, it's not legitimate, it's just a YouTuber quest for all of the people of the community. I want you to just take your time today in Warframe, especially if you're a higher MR, because let's face it, there's not a whole lot for us to do anyway. Just have some nostalgia. Revisit some old areas you used to play through when you first started the game. Some old missions, whether it be an old spy mission, just so you can see the tile set again, and just, have nostalgia. Visit one of those old maps and just run into a low rank MR, whether it be an MR1 or anybody in the single digits, anyone at all, and just welcome them to the game. Make it to where they feel comfortable with having a higher mastery rank player in the mission with them. Instead of just nuking everything, why don't you talk to them? Talk to them about all the cool weapons that are in the game, all the cool warframes, and tell them how to get them all for free, at least their favorites. I think that's a really cool quest. I already did it recently. I need to find a lower MR player because I talked to, I believe he was MR14, the last person I talked to. I'm trying my best to find a low MR and just to show them around in the game. But yeah, do it. It's actually kind of fun. It's a lot more fun than grinding through Steel Path all day. But that's all the time I have left for this video, my friends. If you did enjoy it, please do leave a like, comment, and subscribe so you too can be a part of the Dark Kingdom. Till next time, please do have a blessed day. Bye.